everyone, it's Tawney. I am incredibly bored right now, so I figured I'd sit down and play with some new makeup with you guys. I got a lot of new stuff recently, and it's almost too much for just one video. I have 3 foundations and 2 concealers, so clearly we're not going to be getting to all of that, but I do have some that I do want to use today. So we're hopefully going to see how these work. Hopefully they work well. That's kind of my main concern, is I want these to work because I want to use them every day. These are all drugstore products. I don't think anything here is like more expensive than $30. I did get some Juvia's Place stuff that is really overpriced for being put in the drugstore section. Like, I know Juvia's Place is sometimes better quality than like what you'd get from like Physicians Formula or Rimmel or Revlon or anything, but $23 for a foundation was kind of a lot of money, and I wasn't real happy to do it, but I was really excited to try it. So I was kind of like, I have the money, I might as well like splurge a little bit. So I'm going to go in with the e.l.f. Power Grip Niacinamide Primer. This is a new one that I've been recently testing out, and it works just the same as the old one, except that it can help with any kind of acne scarring that you have, any kind of discoloration that maybe could be faded with the niacinamide. So if you don't have any of those problems and you already have the Power Grip Primer, don't go out and buy a new one. But I do have to say that this one is really nice, and I like the thought that it can kind of erase some of that, because I do have a lot on my cheeks and then a little bit like on my T-zone areas. That's more like current stuff than old stuff, but I just feel like if I can help my skin without intentionally trying to like change my whole routine, sure, let's do it. Like, so I have 3 foundations to use. I'm not sure which one I want to use. I know I'm not going to be using the NYX Bare With Me Blur foundation. It's a blurring tint foundation. I have the shade 02 Fair. I feel like this is too light of a shade for me, and NYX is one of the brands that I do have to like commend them, that's for having a good shade range. I've always found that like their lightest shade, which in some other brands is like almost too dark, is like extremely light. Like, I'm like a 3 or a 4 up the scale. And not to say I'm always a 1, but I know when I had the conceal and the foundation and concealer thing, a 2-in-1 thing, that I think I was like vanilla, and vanilla is usually like what this looks like in the packaging, but when it comes out, it literally looks like my forehead. So, or I have to say, it comes out looking like this shade, just like less yellow. Like, you can see the difference, that whenever I put it on my skin, I'm like I put it on and I was like, do I need to return this? Is this a mistake? And I was like, I guess this is just gonna have to be my winter foundation, and then I just pile a bunch of bronzer on top of it and make it look okay. Like, I'm never gonna be able to use this in summer, and I kind of feel like I'm not going to be able to use it in summer, but at the same time, like, you can make it work. I could always mix some bronzer drops and stuff with it that it'll like help it kind of get a little bit better. But so far, I think this is an okay foundation. I don't really like, I think it looks okay, although my boyfriend like doesn't really compliment my makeup a whole lot. He's just like, well, it always looks nice, so why do I need to compliment it all the time? But I was wearing this and he's like, your makeup looks really nice today. And I felt like I was having a really bad makeup day because this was too light of a shade. But I was just like, if this works, I guess I won't complain. So yeah, so definitely check this out if you're interested. I know it's been like a big thing lately between TikTok. So next one I have is the Essence Keep Me Covered Long Lasting Foundation. It's transfer and waterproof, which is pretty exciting. I have the shade, I don't know. That should be a shade. I don't know. Oh, Porcelain. I think this is the second lightest shade. It says 20, so I think it's the second lightest shade. I think this is going to be a good shade match. It's a little light, like tube-wise, but it's pretty well what I go with. I know what my undertone is. I know what typically would work for me. So this one I'm excited about, but I'm not going to be using this one today because I do have another one I want to try out, and it's the Juvia's Place I Am Magic Natural Radiance Foundation. It says it has 30% bonus. I guess you get 40% milliliters for the price of 30 milliliters. I think that's milliliters. I don't know. I'm not good at math. But yeah, I paid $30 or $23 for this thing, and I feel like this is really expensive. Now, because like, look at the tube, like, and I do like 40 is like pretty good. Most foundations have one fluid ounce, 30. Okay, so you get a little bit more. This is 30, this is 40. So I do think you do get a little bit more, but I just kind of like, Juvia's Place is so expensive that I'm kind of like, maybe you should step out of drugstore and have Ulta move you to the other side of the store so that everybody knows, hey, I'm gonna be a little bit more expensive, don't expect $10 items. Like their lipsticks, just the little bullet lipsticks, are like $15, $16. And because I wanted to try some because they have a lot of really nice nude shades. I can't afford that, so that's not happening. So we're gonna be trying this one today. I really like the packaging. I like the blue and teal, like it's really pretty. It says shake well with cap facing downward, and then I guess you can peel this off. It says peel off, but there's nothing to peel off, so I'll just leave that on there. So I guess we're just gonna shake it up real good. I have a bunch of products to use. I've already tested a couple of these. I have one that's not quite as new, and then some of the others are like newer to me, but we will figure out how this, how these things work, how nice they are. Okay, so it's a little squeezy pump thing. So I'm gonna pump about 1.5 pumps on the back of my hand and try not to get it on my sweater. It's like February 17th or 18th. I don't even know what today is. It's Saturday. That's all I know. I have cleaned and organized and then done nothing. Like I'm so bored that I was just like, let's go put on makeup. Like I've been wanting to do it anyway. Let's just go do it. And I have been freezing. I even turned up my heat and I'm still cold. And it's like 40 some degrees. Okay, that took a lot of pumping to get it to come out. So this is what a 1.5 pumps looks like. It was technically 2 pumps, but the second pump was a little lighter. And you can see the tube has kind of like sunken in a bit. I'm not real happy about that, but I don't know if that's a good thing or if it's like, should I just let it go or should it like be concerning? I'm going to go in with a foundation brush to apply my makeup because that's how I always apply my makeup. But yeah, it is like 40 some degrees outside and it's not very cold. See, this is what the Bear With Me foundation sort of looked like on my skin. A little too light. Have I gotten a tan in the middle of February? I mean, honestly, I think Wednesday it was like 70 degrees outside. Or that's what my girl back there says. My girl from Seattle said. But okay, so I'm just gonna pat this in and blend it in. It smells like watermelon. I'm not even kidding you. I know this brush doesn't smell like watermelon. It's straight up. It has a fragrant smell. I'm smelling watermelon, but I don't know if that's like the intended smell. But when I'm rubbing it in, that's all I'm getting. It's just straight like artificial watermelon. Like if you get like a watermelon candy, this is what I'm smelling. It applies very well on the skin. It blends very nicely. I feel like it could blend better, but I feel like it blends okay. Like I'm not having an issue pulling it around on my face. I just have to pull a little bit harder, but it is blending a good bit. I have not dipped back into what's on the back of my hand. So I was able to get my nose and most likely the mustache area. So this is like just a little bit on my forehead. I like the way it looks on the forehead. It blends in really well. On the cheek, I feel like it's sitting a little bit. And I don't really like that as much, but on the forehead, I feel like it's a little bit more smoothed out and like blended. So I think if I use a little bit less, then go in and just kind of blend that out and then add more later, I think that'll be the best way to go about doing this. Some foundations, you can add like a whole bottle onto your face and blend and blend and blend, and it looks fine. And other foundations, you take a tiny little drop and it just like isn't doing anything. Like it doesn't move, it doesn't like give you any coverage. I guess it just depends on the foundation. Yeah, I'm definitely getting watermelon from this, and that's incredibly weird. So I would definitely, if you're very sensitive to any kind of fragrance or any like scented things, I would definitely do like a patch wear test. Like put it on like right around this area so that you can see how it like affects your skin without like breaking you out in a horrible area. At least that's an area you can kind of like hide a little bit, with your hair or like some earrings or something. But yeah, I would definitely give this one a shot, but carefully. I don't hate the smell, but I do definitely think it's kind of weird. Most foundations don't smell like watermelon, so I'm a little like, it's a little weird, but I don't, it's not the worst. I think it looks really nice on the skin. I can see definitely a good bit of a glow, especially in my cheeks area. So that's always nice that you don't have to really like go too hard because the foundation's already helping you out. My next up product, I have 3 different concealers and I think I know which one I want to use. So I have the Butter Glow Concealer from Physicians Formula, and I'm pretty sure it's going to smell like the Butter Bronzer. This one has a dual-ended like brush. So I guess it would have this top right here, which is kind of a sponge, like an angled sponge, and then it would have a doe foot like inside here. I'm not going to be using this today, but I did want to let you know I got this. Mine is in the shade Fair to Light, and I think they also had light to medium at my CVS. I also got the Essence Keep Me Covered Concealer. It says with aloe vera. It says no added fragrances, silicones, mineral oil, and it's vegan. I feel kind of weird that they put that and then said with aloe vera. This has 3.5 milliliters or 0.11 fluid ounces. It seems incredibly small. Like, I'm going to show you. I also have the Makeup Revolution IRL Filter Finish Concealer. Look at the difference. I just feel like this one is so tiny, and I have to say this one has 0.21 ounces. I'm guessing fluid ounces or something. So this is like almost double. So I'm not real thrilled about this. I got mine in the shade 10 Pale, which I think might have been the lightest one. I was kind of going off of the foundation. I wanted to get something that would be a little lighter than the foundation. And this I think was the lightest one I could get. So I'll try those out in a separate video. Maybe I'll do like a full Essence video. I don't know. But I wanted to try out the Makeup Revolution one. It's a soft matte concealer. It says it's waterproof. I got mine in the shade C2 because typically I'm C2 in concealer and C4, sometimes C3 in the foundation. So I kind of like a brand. Ooh, and it's a doe foot. I love that. I love a good doe foot for a foundation concealer. It's my favorite. Anything liquid, I prefer a doe foot and then a squeezy pump and then like a pouring bottle. The bottles are always at the bottom. But I like when a brand, especially a brand like Makeup Revolution, can, and I wish more brands would do this, honestly, but I like when brands are able to say, okay, these are what our shades are. They're universal. Like Maybelline is like that. I know that shade 112 is my shade. So anytime they come out with a new foundation or any kind of like line for your face, I know this is my shade. I wish more brands would do this, honestly, because it would help so much with people finding their correct shade, that it's not a big process every time you go to try a new foundation from their brand. I'm already running out of product fairly early, and that's a little like annoying, honestly, that like I have to dip back in a second time. I did wipe a little bit off because I don't like to go in too heavy. This one doesn't have a weird smell to it, thankfully. It says it is oil free, plus it has Vetox, 16-hour long wear breathable. I don't know what Vetox is, so you'll have to tell me in the comment section if that's good or bad or like what it does. But I'm liking it so far. I think the shade's a little too yellow, but I don't know if that's like the shade I picked or if it's just like what C2 is always yellow, but I typically go more pink because I have more of like, I don't know if I have a yellow undertone, but I mostly like a pink undertone for any product I put on my face. I just know that that's what I like and what works well for me. So I'm not a big fan of that. But it is blending out really nicely. I do think it sits pretty well in the face. Like that, like the difference here, I feel like looks really nice. I'm really excited to see new products. Like Makeup Revolution is one of those brands that they put out really bad products a lot, like all the time. So whenever they put out a good product or a good range, it's like, okay, now I actually want to try this. Now I'm like more interested to like look into it and give it a shot and support the brand, because I like what the brand stands for, but they just put out so much crap all the time that it's just kind of I forgot, and I even mentioned Maybelline. I got the Maybelline Superstay Hybrid Powder Foundation in the shade 112. I forgot about this, but I guess I was just so excited to try the Juvia's Place foundation that we'll save this for another day. Maybe it'll be its own separate video, so stay tuned for that one. I'm gonna apply my typical powder, which is the NYX Can't Stop Won't Stop powder. If you haven't tried this yet, I have to say it's really nice. Mine has already started chipping and breaking. I went like this one day and this whole chunk fell off, and I was just like, so there goes my makeup. But I think it's a really nice powder. It's really nice and mattifying, and I'm only putting this in my T-zone. So just around my nose, around my chin, and above my lips, and then my forehead area, just kind of where it like meets my eyebrows and all of that. I don't want to take away too much of the radiance on my face, but at the same time, I want to be able to like keep my under eyes from being too crepey and weird. And I do get very oily sometimes, so I do have to always keep that in mind. Then for bronzer, I got the Juvia's Place Bronzy whatever you want to call this. It's the compact thing like this. I got it in the shade light. I forget how many shades they had, but it was like 5 or 6. So it was a pretty good range. You get 2 bronzers in here. This one's more of a bronzer and this one's leaning more contour. It just says bronzer palette on the back. So I guess it's just the bronzer palette. Keep it plain and simple. I like that. It's not as difficult, like it doesn't have a big fancy name or anything. It's just the bronzer palette. It does have a really nice mirror in this, so that's kind of nice. I don't think I'm going to need the mirror, but there's some people out there who like a mirror in every single product they use. So more power to you if you feel that way. I'm going to go in with the warmer shade, which is this shade right here. I'm just going to put some of that on my brush and just kind of go in around the perimeter of my face and right in this area. Okay, right off the bat, I think this looks really nice and it's a very buildable bronzer. When I first started applying it, nothing was really coming up. So then I dug a little bit harder and I got a little bit more to come up and like to put on my face. And I actually think this looks really pretty. I think this is a really nice shade. It's leaning more of a yellow bronzer, but this is so pretty. I could see myself using this a lot. And I don't typically go for like kits like this or ones that have multiple bronzers in it, but this one's not too bad, so I'm kind of glad I checked it out. For blush, I have the Essence Pure Nude Baked Blush in the shade Pretty Peach. It looks like this is what it looks like on the inside. It has a really nice glow to it. It reminds me of the Luminoso from Milani, where it has that like gold shift to it. So I'm gonna go in with my blush brush and just put a little bit on the brush. I think this blush goes a long way. Like you can put it up here and then slowly work it down and you still have product on the brush. Too many words, too similar. I'm getting confused. I do think it gives a really nice glow, but I still definitely want to put on highlighter. Some blushes can give you a really nice glow and other blushes are just matte. And I don't mind either way, but I definitely like sometimes I want my own highlighter. So I'm gonna go in with one of my highlighters. Let's see what one to use today. I'm gonna use one I don't use too often, and it's not new in the slightest. I've had it for a really long time now. It's the Maybelline Master Chrome in the shade Molten Glow. Looks like this. It has been around for a hot minute. So this is definitely not a new product, but we're gonna be applying this because I know that it looks really nice on the face. And it kind of has that goldness to it that it'll help kind of like push the Essence blush out there. That looks so pretty on the nose. So I don't have a new, oh, I do. Oh my gosh, I almost lied to you guys. I do have a new eyeshadow product, and it is the LA Girl 4Play eyeshadow palette. I don't know why I stuttered over that. This is in the shade Feel Good. Now it has 4 different shades. They had, I think, a blue one. I know they had a green one. They had a purple one. They had 1 or 2 neutral ones. So you can definitely pick out which, I can't seem to figure out how to get this open. I'm not that stupid. Oh my gosh. You can definitely figure out like which one would work better for you, which one would like suit your eyes better. I was just really drawn to this one. I thought the green one was pretty, but I definitely don't lean toward green. So I was like, I will definitely give this one a shot. Very nice for Valentine's Day. The whole month of February can be Valentine's Day. It doesn't just have to be one day of the year. And I'm going to go ahead and we're going to use this. We're not going to break it, but we're going to use this. It has 2 mattes, 2 shimmers. This one looks a little bit more glittery, but they're pretty much just both shimmers. So you can kind of make a versatile look. You kind of do have to stay within the like 4 shadows that they give you there. But honestly, I think you can still create like a really cute look. You just have to switch up how you do your look. Just do your, like, you can do a cut crease, and then you can also do like a halo eye. I'm going to go in with this bright shade here, and I'm going to put that on the inner part of my eye as well as my inner corner. I kind of want to keep it light, and I do think this shade's a little bit deep, so I want to kind of steer clear of that today. Okay, this doesn't say if this shade is a glitter, but you can see where I put it, it kind of goes on like a glitter, like it's getting very chunky. And I'm kind of a little like, I don't mind it. I like having a glitter, especially one from a drugstore palette slash brand. But at the same time, it would have been nice for it to say is a glitter. Like ColourPop always has one that like kind of has an asterisk beside it that says glitter. So you know what you're using. And if you don't want to use it, you don't have to. Like you're aware ahead of time before you put it on your eye and then you're like, oh my gosh, that's a glitter. I'm gonna put just a little bit on my brow bone, but not a whole lot. I don't want the glitter to be like everywhere on my eye. I want it to just stay on my lid, and then up here just to be kind of just the highlight, not a glitter. So that look goes really well with the next step, which I do have some eyeliners I would like to try and use today. Now, you guys all know I'm not really good with eyeliners, but we're gonna try and make it work. I have the Essence 24 Ever Ink Liner Intense Black. It looks like this. This is what it looks like when you take it off. So it is that like felt tip sort of liner. It also has a grippy on here, which I've tried this out once before and I do like it. I think it's really nice. It's very user friendly, very easy. If you know me, you know that I need like the easiest eyeliner you've ever seen in your life. This is up there. My other favorite is the Wet n Wild breakup proof eyeliner, I think is what it's called. It's like get past your ex-boyfriend with an eyeliner type thing. But this one I think is like a good contender for like being up there from the drugstore. So if you like this kind of a tip, definitely give this a try. I think it's really nice. So I'm going to go in and I'm really just going to tight line my eye and just stop at the corner because I find I like that kind of a look best. So I'm going to go ahead and do that. You may or may not see it because I typically do this with my mirror. So I might either skip forward or show you a little bit. We'll see. Okay, it doesn't look terrible. It's not 100% great, but I think it's okay. So this is what it looks like on my eyes. I just kind of went like just right above my lash line and just kind of left it there. I find that that looks decent on me and it kind of accentuates that line just a little bit without being like super obvious and noticeable that like I can't apply liner. So I still like it. I just had a little boo-boo. For mascara, we're going in with the LA Girl Lift Off Mascara. Instant Lash Lifting Definition Mascara. Clump Free, Smudge Resistant. I got mine in Super Black. I'm very excited about this. I've heard, like I haven't really heard much from like the beauty space on this kind of a mascara. The packaging's super cute. I'm like really liking this. But I've seen it on like, this brush is a little funky. On LA Girls like Facebook, Instagram, their emails and all of that. So I was just like, I kind of want to try this. So this is what the brush looks like. It's very small and rounded, but it has all those spikes. And then right here, you can kind of see it like still has edges, but it's not quite as like down into the brush, if you know what I mean. Like it has a little bit less to it. So we're going to see how well this works. It says, apply 1 to 2 coats as desired, begin from base of lashes and sweep up to tip, removes with warm water. So that's kind of exciting. If you like an easy to remove one, this is your best bet. So we're going to go ahead and apply 1 to 2 coats and see how we feel about this. Okay, that is 1 coat on my eyes. Okay, my thoughts. Okay, this is what it looks like after that second application. This is where I'm stopping. So it's kind of hard to tell when I'm wearing the eyeliner, and I swear to you, it's not because I'm wearing lashes. You know, I cannot apply lashes to save my life, so you don't have to worry about that. I'll do like sort of a side glance sort of a thing. I think this adds lots of length to your lashes, so if that's something you're interested in, definitely pick this up. This is a really nice mascara. Honestly, I was honestly surprised when I saw the way that the applicator was, because I typically like the hourglass shape, sometimes the cone shape, especially when it comes to like the Essence mascara. So I was a little like curious about how this was gonna work, but honestly, my lashes look really nice. Like, I look like I'm wearing falsies right now because of the eyeliner and then this mascara. Like, the drugstore is coming to play. Like, I feel like, look at my eyes right now. Don't they look super cute? Like, I really like this. I can see myself wearing this more often, and I really like the way it looks. You can't quite tell from far away on my lower lash line, but I do have lashes there. So that's what I want in a mascara. So for me personally, I love this. I think it looks really cute. I really like the way the eyes came together as a whole. Very simple, but really nice and easy and pretty. And that's kind of what we go for. It's just, do you look pretty? Okay, for lips, we have the Essence 8-Hour Matte Comfort Lip Liner in the shade Rosy Nude. Looks like this. I think it'll look really pretty on the lips, especially with this look. Everything is just my cheeks are a little bit peachy, but I think everything's just very pink. So I'm going to keep going with that because I love pink. I really like that Essence's lip products are like under $5 for almost everything because it's super affordable, and their lipsticks are so freaking pretty. Their lip liners are super easy to work with. Their lip glosses are really nice and juicy. Like, you get a really good deal for your money. This lip liner, I do have to say, smells a little bit plasticky, fakey, weird. So if you don't like that, just wanted to warn you, but I think it's really cute on the lips. I'm gonna go in with the Maybelline Vinyl Superstay Vinyl Ink in Peachy and kind of put that over top, and then I will do my setting spray and then come back and give you like our final overall how we feel about this. Okay, this is the finished look. I really like almost everything I'm wearing pretty much. The primer, really nice. It held my makeup. I mean, that's all I can really say about that. The foundation, I feel like, is nice and glowy, and I feel like it looks really nice. Like, my face looks really pretty, and I like that. Concealer, I think, worked really well. I think it helped with my, like, under eye bags. It kind of added a little bit of brightness, so I feel like that worked. We'll see how it works at the end of the day. Things could change, but as of right now, it looks nice. Let's see. Our bronzer, I think, is really nice. I really like that. Blush is one of my favorite parts of this look. It is super pretty. It's such a flattering shade. So if you've tried Luminoso and you want something new, go for this because it's pretty much like an identical dupe. If you don't want to buy anything new and you already have Luminoso, go with that because you already have it. Trying to go in order of what we've used. The palette, I wish it would have told us that this was more of a glitter, because like I could tell but not quite, and then I put it on my eyes and I was just like, oh, this is kind of a glitter. It looks very wet and like glossy, and I freaking love it, but there's not everybody out there who likes glitter, so keep that in mind. But these are super affordable. I think I pay like maybe $6 for this. It might have been cheaper, I don't know, but this was really affordable and really nice, and I found it at Ulta. The eyeliner, I really like this. I had a little bit of an upsie, but I was able to clean it up with some micellar water, and you can't even tell that it's there. Like, there's just a little bit of darkness, but honestly, it's not that bad. And it's like, it dries down really quickly. It stays black all day. It looks really nice, and you'll get compliments. So, you know, there's that. The mascara, let me tell you, this, I'm in awe. I'm gonna keep using this because I really like this. I think this is like a hidden gem. Like, more people need to be talking about this because look how stunning my eyelashes look. Like, I know you can't really tell, but I can tell, and I like it. And then last up, the lip liner, I think looks really nice. It applied really nice underneath. just on my lips, and then my lipstick applied well over top, the liquid lipstick, actually, not lipstick in general, but it applied really nice. They blend out really well, and I kind of needed one for that shade anyway, so it kind of works out. Plus, it's a really cute shade. Like, look at that. Super pretty. So, yeah. Oh, and it has a sharpener in it. I just found that out. So, definitely let me know what you think of this in the comment section down below, how you feel about any of these products if you've tried them. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. Ring the notification bell down below so you get notified when I upload my next video. Stay tuned for that one, guys, and I will see you then. Bye!